He was literally my mentor. I learned business from him. See, in our community, we are Vaishyas of South, the Banias of South, Chettiars. In our community, normally what they do is they put the son in somebody else's business. Destiny sent me to Mr. Jain, Mr. R.P. Jain, a small made man. He ate only one meal a day. He taught me something that do not eat after 6 p.m. It is the Telugu people, the Chettis, Komati Chettis. You know, that Telugu people is the people, you probably know all of them in Kasi Chetty Street. All these are named by the Chettis. They were the original settlers of Chennai. Chennai is named after them. He had no money with him. He borrowed money from his father-in-law, a 50 rupee, 100 rupees those days, and that he doubled. And the time I met him, he was the biggest second biggest exporter to France. Well, we did have connect with the Jains all over India with our business, which is to do with films. But to me personally, I would like to share something which is something that changed my life. When I started getting into work, by default I got into the music industry, and from there I went into filmmaking of films. And as I was doing one film after the other, we did have our gaps. We used to go abroad. Most of the time we used to go to Paris, and we had a lot of friends from Paris. There's one gentleman over there in Paris who wanted to bring a car to Chennai. He bought a brand new Mercedes Benz and shipped it to Chennai without doing any paperwork. The car got stuck in Chennai airport. He couldn't bring it out. And most of it was a left-hand drive Mercedes. The one older model, about 20-25 years, the 180, one small one, not a very big one. So he had to go to Delhi. He knew nothing but Tamil and French. And he had another friend of his called Kumar, who's from Paris, who's a garment business person. So he asked him, could you help him? And he put him on to his partner, Mr. R.P. Jain, who owned a major export business. I'll come to that in a minute. So these two people helped each other, and they got the paperwork done. And then Mr. Jain came to Madras to see the car. I think Mr. Nazir, a friend of mine from Paris, a Tamilian from Paris, decided that he will not be able to drive a left-hand drive car, and Mr. Jain was wanting to pick it up. So he came in and got registered with the Pondicherry registration. So they came home and we had dinner. On the way of having dinner, he said, aren't you doing anything other than films? I said, no. He said, you must do. He spoke in broken English. He was not very fluent with English. And as he spoke through this conversation, he said, you come, I will tell you how to do garments. And this is something nobody teaches. So he asked me to come to Delhi. And when I went to Delhi, he started talking and he spoke only in Hindi. I'm from Madras. Where do we know Hindi? Very, very distant. And then the next thing was, did you ever study Hindi before? I said, yes. He said, where? I said, in school. What did you study? Well, my second language. Then he started off talking to me only in Hindi. He said, you will not talk in English to me. Talk in Hindi. I had to really dig out my vocabulary, whatever I learnt in school, and try talking in broken Hindi. He said, no, you're speaking very well. A lot of motivation was given to me. Once I spoke in Hindi, he put me on to the entire chain of people, how the business was done, the garment business. He put me on to, how he started his life. He had no money with him. He borrowed money from his father-in-law, a 50 rupee, 100 rupees those days, and that he doubled. And the time I met him, he was the second biggest exporter to France. The biggest was Naresh Kumar Gujral's, I.K. Gujral's son, Naresh Kumar Gujral, was the biggest. He worked with somebody called Renedere, and then there was a lady called Ishwar. She's a Punjabi. She was the second biggest, and then Kumar was third. He's a Malayali. So Jain and Kumar joined together. Then they had the quota system, and the entire quota to France was held by Mr. Jain. He said, don't worry about quota. I will give you everything. I don't know, he just took a liking for me. He taught me how to do the garment business in Chennai. He made me do a setup. Of course, much later we shut it down for some other reasons. But then I had to go to Delhi. He put me on to all his suppliers, his people, everything of his. He was literally my mentor. I learned business from him. See, in our community, we are Vaishyas of South, the Banias of South, Chettiars. In our community, normally what they do is they put the son in somebody else's business, maybe a TI cycle or something like that. So you start working on the ground level and you rise up there. and then they go back to do their own business. Here, destiny sent me to Mr. Jain, Mr. R.P. Jain, a small-made man. He ate only one meal a day. He taught me something that do not eat after 6 p.m. He had only one chapati with vegetables. So, I used to wonder why all this. All these principles of business, we do have a lot of it back in Chettinad, the Nagaratas we have. I grew up watching my grandfather. We learnt all that, the principles of business. There's more to it which was not in our syllabus. So we did cover it. Working with him, I learnt a lot. We went to Paris. I came to know when I went to Paris, Mr. Jain had the entire quota of export to Spain. Not knowing a word of English, if someone can do a business. Later on, as I was going, I wanted that business, and then I went to Paris. Mr. Jain had his own office in Paris. He invited me there. Still only Hindi. I said, how do you manage with French? I have baguette in the morning. And the tourist throat, so he was showing me where all the baguette tourist throat. And he said that was on the meal he had it that day. With vegetables and baguette. So, how you adapt yourself, but the principles, how you can grow with these principles right up to the top, I learned from them. I may not be very motivational otherwise, but everybody gets influenced by somebody. I'm sure that you people are doing more than 20 to 30% of Chennai's business. Your contribution to your community. Hats off, keep doing more. You came to Madras before we came in. The first settlers, yes, I was telling. We came in 32. My grandfather came in 32. Most of your grandparents came in 1916. I've been asking everyone, 15, 16. So right in the beginning of the century you came. The Tamilians came, my grandfather came a little earlier. The Tamilians came in much later. 40s and 50s is when they came in. It is the Telugu people, the Chettis, Komati Chettis. That Telugu people is the people, you probably know all of them in Kasi Chetty Street. All these are named by the Chettis. They were the original settlers of Chennai. Chennai is named after them. And Saukarpet is your area. Incidentally, I was telling Ankit yesterday, we do an annual event, a cultural event every year. The event is called Mint Street. We try replicating and getting everything from Mint Street into our college to have the people in that area doing it. I seek your support in it. Because most of the shopkeepers are very particular there that even if we come one day, they lose that business. I would like you to help us to get the Mint Street food coming into Kodambakam for those 2 days. Because that's what we all relish. The food of Mint Street. We give everything else as much as possible. We can bring it from there, we bring it in. So you influence us a lot. You are supporting the city to a great extent. So many relatives here that I met here. You are really doing well in Chennai. You are really beautifying Chennai. The tallest building today exists in your community. Wonderful. Keep it going. I think like the president said, yes, you have a wonderful team. So it's all in your DNA, sir. You don't have to tell all this. You're born with it. All of you are born with it. We rub shoulders with you.